what we are doing today is we started this lesson last week where we practiced the GCF. We're actually using it this time. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to factor out the GCF from this. So GCF is the greatest common factor, right? That's what it stands for. It's the biggest thing that goes in every term. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our GCF, and then we are going to factor it out, which is kind of like dividing.
It's 3.
So this is our warm-up problem, right? We already found the GCF on this one. So our GCF is 3x. We already did all the work for that, so we're not going to worry about that part. What we're going to be doing is factoring out.
Like 4, and then it'd be like 1, and then it'd be 2.
Close. Yes, very close. You're just missing one piece.
Okay.
Okay. So when I'm factoring out, this is the opposite of distributing. So if we were to distribute, we'd have something like 2, 3x plus 4 like this, and we get rid of these parentheses. When I factor out, we are doing the opposite. So it's like we're taking chunks from the inside of parentheses and we're bringing it back out. So there are 3 steps to factor these out. We're going to put our original polynomial right here, we're going to put it inside parentheses. I'm going to go parentheses 12x to the 4 plus 3x squared plus 6. X. 6x. And then I'm going to put my GCF on the outside out here in front,
3x,
which is 3x. What I'm going to do next is I am going to divide everything inside this parenthesis by my GCF. So not just by 3. So you're very close. You just forgot the x.
Oh, I forgot the x.
Yep. We're going to divide everything by 3x. We're going to divide everything by 3x, and then we are going to go through and actually divide and cancel stuff out. Okay, so after I divide everything by 3x, and it's, even though I'm saying divide, it's not quite divide, because what I'm doing is I'm really taking all these 3x's and I'm putting them out here in front. It's kind of like just regrouping. So, I'm going to end up with my 3x out in front here. But then inside, I got to do 12x to the 4 divided by 3x. And Lucas, you talked about it before. 12 divided by 3 is?
Or, what did I say? I said something. I knew it was right though.
Yeah,
4.
you said 4. But then I have x to the 4 over x. What are we doing when we divide?
Yeah, minus.
We are minusing our exponents. This is really 3x to the 1. I go x to the 4 minus 1 is really x to the 3. And then I'm just going to keep going through. I'm going to go plus 3 divided by 3 is 1. X squared over x. 2 minus 1 is just x1. Remember, we've got to think back to the last chapter for this stuff. And then the last thing, I'm going to go plus 6 divided by 3 is 2. And what happens with x over x?
Cancel that.
Because it's 1 minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Which is 0. What is anything to the 0 power?
1.
1. So this is really 6 divided by 3 is 2. X over x is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So it's going to cancel out. We don't even really need to think about it. If it's exactly the same at the top and bottom, it cancels out. So my final answer now, after I factor everything out, is 3x.
Where'd you get the powers from? How'd you add those up together?
Like, right here?
Oh, you're just minusing?
Yeah, minus the power. Remember, this is last chapter.
Okay, so then you
So 2 minus 1 is 1.
Yes.
Those just cancel out together. So my final answer is 3x, parentheses, 4x to the 3rd, plus 1x to the 1, or just 1x, doesn't matter.
I didn't need
Plus
to
2.
do homework though, to be honest.
Yeah, you did.
What?
Nothing. So this is actually all we are doing today. We are just going to practice factoring out. So we're going to do a couple, then you guys are going to do some, that's it.
Oh, go again. How'd you get to again?
From the exponents.
Right here? Or,
Yeah.
you mean this one?
So,
Yeah.
so there's 3x squared divided by 3x.
Is on my
And it's
side.
b1.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Because 2, this is an exponent of 1, right?
So it's 1.
Yeah, 2 minus 1 is 1. That's how we got it. The x squared came from our original problem.
Then there's 6 divided by 3 is 2.
Yep. And then the x is
Colin
canceled
won't
out.
let us finish it.
Oh, why?
She's being savage.
Alright.
She's gone bad.
I feel bad, but I don't.
Oh.
Alright,
Have you
so.
seen Dream People?
Actually,
Cox what?
5 divided by 5.
What was the
Siri talks to them.
Bro, I wanna watch.
I've watched that movie a million times.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's alright. That's why I watch it a
What's-
million times.
What's 5
I
divided
mean,
by
it's
5?
kind of cheesy at
One.
times.
I've seen it so many
times. I know. I seen like almost. I seen Spirit.
You're
so
trying
many
all the
times,
time.
too.
That's why I'm proud of you.
Okay, so we're gonna factor out whatever we can from this problem here. So you know what? You guys have done GCF
It's
for a
5.
few
It's
days.
5.
So what's our greatest common factor?
5.
5, right? 5 is the biggest number that goes in 15, 10, and 5.
Nope, it'd be
And-
3x1.
There's no X's here. My GCF,
Oh, yeah, because it's not in all of them. Son of a.
my GCF is 5. Calm down, Lucas. We got this. Okay, my GCF is 5. So I'm going to put this in parentheses.
But I was
Put
right
my
about the
5 on the outside.
3.
And then it's kind of like dividing, even though I'm really putting it
3
out.
minus 2 plus 1.
I know. Thing though.
Oh.
Okay, so I got 5 outside my parentheses.
Kids when they have a tantrum.
Help me out, DeAndre. What's 15x squared divided by 5?
Start kicking.
3x.
Yeah, 3x squared.
Start
Quadri,
screaming,
I have a
shaking my
minus 10x over 5. What do I get?
I was dancing.
What do I get when I do 10x divided by 5?
I already know it. I know that too.
Nope, already said
Nope.
nope.
Nope. Answered it last year.
Yep, just
Oh,
minus 2x, negative 2x. And then the last one, Caleb, what's 5 over 5?
Nope.
Nope, 2.
That's a terrible one, but let me try that again.
Nope, half.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hella clean.
Nope, try it again.
Hella
enough.
clean.
good enough.
Sorry.
I'm playing.
Not my best work, but I'm gonna take it.
Wait. Whoa. You have to bring everything down in general.
What do you mean?
Even if the greatest common factor is so if it has an X on it, you bring him down. But if it doesn't,
I don't know what your question is.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Cause look.
Yeah.
Just start on it.
You over on the first one we did.
Yeah.
The X you minus. But did you minus anything there?
No, because my greatest common factor is 5, right? I have x squared, I have an x. Does this 5 right here have an x or anything? No. So my greatest common factor is just 5.
So they all have to have X's.
Yeah. So the x's don't even really matter.
That's what I wanted to know.
Alright, we can do another one.
No,
So I have 10x squared plus
10.
20x to the third plus 10x. So I need to find my GCF.
Nope.
Is it 10X or is it 10?
Well, let's look. Alright, so let's look.
Nope,
They all
it's
have
10.
2.
10 goes into here, right? 10 goes into here, and 10 goes into here. So my GCF, I
It's
mean,
gonna
you
be
guys have done a lot of
1, 2,
these. It's 10. But then let's look at our variables.
Not literally.
I have
one.
2 x's, 3 x's, 1 x.
X.
Do I have at least 1 x in each one?
Yeah.
Do I have 2 x's in each one?
No.
No. But I've got 1 x in each one. at
So you're
least.
gonna minus 1 each time?
From the exponent on your x, yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna
Okay.
be 1x
So,
One.
to factor this out, I'm going to go parentheses here. I'm going to
Plus
put my 10x out in
2x
front. And then it's
2.
like dividing kind of by 10x.
plus 10x.
5 bucks.
Oh no, just be 10x for my bad.
So, I'm going to have 10x outside here. That doesn't change.
Nope. 10x.
And then
plus 1.
inside, I go 10 over 10
Minus
is
one.
1. X squared over x. If the exponent part is messing with you, remember you can always go x squared is really 2x's over an x, right? One of them gets canceled out on the top and bottom. How many do I have left? Just one. Okay, plus 20 over 10 is 2. If I had x to the 3 over x, I got x, 1 x on bottom, 1 on the top and bottom cancel out. I have 2 left over. X squared. Now we're going to keep going. Plus 10 over 10 is 1. I have x on top over x on the bottom. I cancel them out. Is anything left? No. So I don't
Wait.
have to do it.
I have it number for number.
Okay, 5 bucks.
Alright, you guys ready to try one?
Nope. $100.
I'm going to pay you in future dollars.
You know what? After we graduate and get our jobs, we should be paying you.
You should. Actually, you will be if you pay taxes.
Well, look at
Well,
the
technically-
first one. Okay, well,
I have to pay $2,000 in taxes out of my whole money.
Oh, you're paying me right now.
Not now.
Oh, this is boring. Let me find a better one.
Next year around this time. You finish
Actually,
with
you're
some
young
money.
enough, you might not really pay much. Alright, I want you to factor out whatever you can.
18 when you get
Hella
a car.
clean.
Do you have to pay taxes on 18 money?
Yeah, I saw the 2K.
But, I mean, like, over a regular job, I'll be paying taxes, but I mean, like, out of my 18 money in general, I'll be paying $2,000.
No good card.
That's good though, $2,000 out of like 20 something.
How much is it up to now for roughly?
I should
18?
be up.
I think I'm at, like,
20,000.
20. No, I have more than that.
It's
That's because I worked at the Frazee farm, and they went to the government center, and they worked out this transfer. So the work I did, the money would go with my 18 money.
You also
Well,
get
if you don't take dividends, you get more money.
Me?
You get 20. You get 21 minutes.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you
Do I?
Yeah.
For being enrolled here.
Just stay.
I don't think it's as much as the R18 though.
Hello.
18, I'm getting at least 23 or more.
We got 3 more. I got 3
I'm
more.
just gonna waste all of
It's like a third of my student loans.
Well, actually, see here, I've worked out bills, plus my car, and everything else that I need to, not only family-wise, but I mean, like situational-wise, so I can chill, live, you know, pay off things. I'm only gonna have like $500 to spend freely. I don't want.
You know what? I'm gonna do something.
What you got? No, that you're not, don't have for yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of money you're spending. Alright, give me another minute and somebody's doing this one on the board for us.
Waste all my money on food.
The struggle.
Well, actually, kind of, because I'm getting a car for myself.
Yeah, car.
I can get a Mustang
You
for
don't
10
even need to
grand.
get a house.
Okay.
You just live in your car.
So, I can get a 10 grand Mustang.
Yes, you don't. You take good, make it a car.
Greatest common factor is the biggest thing.
So there's 2 people who, or 3 people who wouldn't mind rooming with me, because they get 18 money around the same time. I know like 4 people get
46
18 money
is the
around the
biggest
same time.
number.
Oh yeah, you should get a roommate.
What's the biggest number I can
I'm getting a
divide?
roommate, I'm gonna have to pay so much,
Here,
pay
here,
off
and here.
months,
That
years
would be a
ahead.
decimal.
Chill, kid.
Okay, this, hey,
Ugh.
Ew.
that's 2, right? So I can do 46
Plus,
divided by
I'm
2.
I'm always
I
throwing
can do
8
8 divided by 2. I can do 2 divided by
We're at graduation. Are you going to
2. If I did
Yeah.
like 4,
Whose kid is that?
I could divide 4
I wanna
here
make
with a
it
decimal.
doing
I can
so
divide 4
freaking.
here.
doing so
If I divide 4 here, it would be a decimal, right?
It's gonna be like
Two
the
is the
ultimate
biggest.
don't go all the
So
time.
my GCF is
You
going to be
gotta be
2.
there for it.
Shorty.
And then I need to look at my variables.
You don't jump out.
I'm gonna go bathroom.
Hang on, we're almost done.
Oh yeah, huh? Crap, I thought we were doing homework.
Hey, nothing goes to 23.
Oh wait.
The biggest number here, right?
Nothing goes to 23.
No!
23
And
times
then I need to look, I have x3,
They all go to 23?
x2,
Oh, yeah.
x1.
Well,
Is
46.
there at least an x in each one
No,
of
so
these?
just put 2.
Oh, in it?
Is there a
Actually,
second?
6 times 8 is
Is there at
40,
least 2
so
x's
it
in
can't
each one of
be.
these?
Yeah, it's 23. 46 divided by 2.
No, what goes into all
Yes,
of them though?
well, see, so
Oh,
this
I
is
don't know if I'm
the
doing
biggest
this too.
number,
Fool.
right?
Among
Two
the
X.
kids.
Talking about my homie Desmos? When he ain't here?
When you ain't gonna get him right.
Oh, you're real tough now.
I got a
So-
job.
Mhm.
Shoot, I'll call
So
myself.
you'll do 3 minus 1.
Call you,
Two.
might as well call your cousin Antoine.
Antoine.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have somebody do this on the board for us.
Nope, I don't know how to do it.
Can I do it? I haven't done it in a while.
Hey, what's 46 divided by 2? 23.
And a half.
Tyler,
Ain't gonna be 2.
I told you it was
Eeny,
23.
meeny, miny.
Tyler.
Dancing star.
I hate you.
Just cut those in half. What's 4 minus, or minus?
That's what I said. 46 divided by 2 is 23.
Why are you saying minus 7?
I told you that.
No, you didn't. I told you that.
Okay,
Okay. It's,
what's the biggest number that goes into,
I told 7.
2?
Times 2.
Does 2 go into 8?
Four
Let's
times
do it in 46. Because they're all even, right? My greatest common factor.
I am having an attitude.
It's 2. It's
It's
2x.
But then let's look, is there an x in each one of these? Are there 2 x's in each one of these? No. So we're gonna divide out
My bad.
by 2x.
I got it.
I'm gonna write it out for you.
What?
You can have you finish it off.
What time?
Oh, whoa, now.
What? Every time you say something, you owe me double? Huh?
Sure.
No, no, that's double.
Alright,
No, double.
Sure, sure.
we're gonna have you finish it off.
No, no.
Sure,
Triple.
Happy hour.
sure.
You're writing it.
Bro, I want to be set for life.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright.
Sure.
So our greatest common factor in here is
$2x.
2x. 2x. So what we need to do now is we need to put that, the 46x to the third and stuff, we need to put that in parentheses.
Get $2.
So once you do that, dancing star.
Wait.
Yep.
Who's Pete
We're
Diddy?
gonna put
Every time you said
we're
dollar,
2x
you got
outside.
dollar.
Alright.
People would be saying nothing but
Dollar
dollar.
bill.
Perfect. We're gonna divide it out. It's kind of like dividing. Really, we're factoring out, but it's kind of like dividing. By 2x everywhere. Looking good.
Man, I'm waiting for Empire next episode to come out, and it's taking too long.
So, we're gonna have that 2x outside our parentheses there still, so let's write that down.
And the thing is, like, I didn't even want to watch it. My parents brought me
Then
there.
we have parentheses, yep. And what do we get after we divide it?
I'm still waiting for the new
Perfect.
season.
Keep it going. Perfect, keep it going.
No, my sister can't come over. Oh no, because I don't have TV.
Keep it going.
Sounds like
Yeah.
you're crying.
I am.
I think he is
Good.
crying.
Finish it off.
Leave him alone, trying to call crying Pete.
Someone's trying to get out.
There you go. There you go. Good job. So remember, half the work today is just finding the GCF like we've been doing. If you can't look at it and figure it out, do your list like we talked about.
He lives?
Your lists. Like we talked about before. So 46 is 2 times 23. I can't split it up smaller, and then I go x there. 8x squared is 2 times 4. The 4 is really 2 times 2, and then I got x and x. And then I got a 2x. I can't split apart the 2, and I got 1x. You can see what shows up in each list. This is what we practiced all for like 2 days last week. And then after you find your GCF, which is half the work, you gotta factor it out.
So when it's 2, what do you what?
What?
Keep it going.
Okay, well that's it. You guys are doing pretty good. There's still a few people who are working on this, but I'll help you out individually.
Wait, we're doing exit ticket now?
Yep, exit ticket. Alright, for your exit ticket, find your GCF and factor it out. So this one is a little different because there are 4 things. So we have to figure out what's the GCF of all 4 of these, which is fine. You can do that. It's just a little more work. So don't forget, if you're not sure, make your list.
Oh, those are the 6. We're gonna do this one.
If you're not sure how to find your GCF just by looking at it, make your lists, which is a long way, but you'll still get the right answer.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones since last winter.
What?
Shut up, Tyler. I'm still waiting for the next season of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
You know how long it's been?
No.
Stranger Things where it's at.
No spoilers. I haven't seen the 2nd season.
What? Dude, you want to know who dies?
Good.
No.
Just kidding.
It's good.
Darth Vader died.
You want to know what happens?
We're talking about Stranger Things. So great.